Principal Bob, the electric principal, and I am working today with a beautiful IONIQ 5 Limited. And what we're going to do today is kind of show you some of the advantages of the self-park feature with this particular car. And what I've kind of got set up here is I've got it set up so that we have cars that are too close together. There's no way I'm going to get in here. And we get in these situations all the time. Somebody who's discourteous parks too close to us, or we're trying to pull into a garage that our nephew may have left a mess and you've got no room to park. Well, you know what? You can slide cars in and out of tight spaces using this simple process. So when you buy a limited, and I do mean limited, I want to emphasize that once again, that it's not the SEL or SE, it's a limited. You know, if I'm in a tight spot like this, the first thing I do is simply lock the doors. That's step number one. And number two is, you know, once I've got the car locked, I could simply press and hold the button here. And what that's going to do is allow me, the yellow lights flash, I know it's on. So now I've got two buttons to slide it forward or backward. And I'm going to slide this car forward and I press and hold. You'll notice the lights will change to white, all right? And as I hold it, the car starts to move out, all right? So now I'm getting the car moved out to a space that's going to work for me. Now this is easy. I can just simply click on the hold button one time. It shuts off that whole process, unlock the car, and I could slide right in, and I'm going to be on my way. So now we're going to start with the actual self-park and make this thing work. And it's really pretty slick. And I had a lady who bought a limited just a week and a half ago, and when we were going to back the car up to charge it, she told me she'd never backed a car up before in 17 years. And she was a wonderful English lady. And I said, well, we're going to learn now. And so we actually, you know, showed her this process, because that's going to help her out. I mean, some people are just challenged at parking. I'm a person who's challenged at parking. So let's get it started. The first thing we're going to do is press the button right here where the camera is, and it turns on the self park function if I hold it down for a couple of seconds. I am parked really pretty close to these cars because that's what it wants you to do. The side that you're going to park on, you want to get close to. So now I'm just going to proceed slowly here, and I do mean slowly, you know, not too fast, and we're going to find that parking spot. That's one of the things I like about this system. It doesn't move too quickly, unlike VW. If you ever watch my VW video, that thing moved way too fast. So here we go. We're waiting for a signal here that we have passed the parking spot, that we're ready to park. And you're going to see that on the screen in a second. Right there is the parking spot marked. So I'm going to put the car in park right here. And at this point, I'm going to select the spot I'm going to. And then, you know, it shows me leave the vehicle, keep your smart key, because you need that, right? That's going to be part of the process of parking it. It turns on my blind spot monitor so I can kind of see that parking spot from inside the car. But there's no need to, because I'm going on the outside of the car. So let's step out. And we are going to start this process. And it really works by me simply holding and pressing the reverse button on the key fob. Just like that. And it's going to start the process. Now, if I let go of this button, it'll stop it. But let's just see what happens here. It's working away. So if I think it's getting too close or it's a little too hairy, I just let go of this button and it'll stop. I can continue the process by pressing it again and holding it down. And I'm going to swing over here and see how we're doing. You know, right now, it's pretty fussy on how it parks. You're going to find that out. But I know the system well enough that I don't have to look at that blind spot back here and see if it's going to hit that Toyota behind me, because I know this system works really well. It's really a good system. Okay, lining it up, and you know, you'll even see on the rear view camera how it works. The wheel will be spinning around almost continuously, right? but I'm not in the car, and it's backing up. And actually, when I'm looking at this spot right now, it's pretty good. But it's picky. You know, it's gonna say, well, maybe not, Bob. We're gonna just keep going. Well, let's see if it likes it enough. Okay, it just finished self-parking. It just did the job. Well, to be honest, this is the fastest I've ever seen it self-park. Usually it's very picky about finding the right spot, but for whatever reason today, it just found the right spot almost immediately. And so that's how the self-park function works. All I have to do now is press that hold button down, shuts it off, locks up the car, and then I'm ready to go. I just have to press the lock button, and we're done. Hey, that concludes our self-park video. I do want to mention just briefly that the IONIQ 5 Limited prefers parking spots that are perpendicular and square to the path you're traveling when you're going down a row of parking spaces. It just loves that. That works really well. If it's angle parking, it's not going to work so well. If the parking area is funky in any way in terms of being angled off or whatever, not so good. But otherwise, this system works nice and smoothly, nice and slowly. You'll be amazed at how well this system works. And I think it's a big help to people who want some assistance in making sure they park correctly. Hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. That's how I keep this thing going. I really appreciate the time you took to watch this video today.